Hello and welcome. We have a 256 gigabyte Batocera Raspberry Pi 4 image, and look how smooth this is. I've said this before, Batocera and other operating systems that run off of this are just super smooth. There's something about them that you just get very little lag. You can click in here. You can go to different systems, Amiga, Odyssey, and it's beautiful. This really beautiful image. It doesn't seem like there's any video snaps here, which I'm totally fine with at a 256 gigabyte image. But this one so far is looking really cool. There's two themes to this that are pre-installed, really cool. If you hit start here, you can see it's on version 30 of Batocera. You got a lot of settings you can mess with. Here's some of the things. I've overclocked it now. It runs really good. Good collection of games. Beautiful front end here. And you're going to be able to see here that these games run really well. Also, I love that you can just hit start on your menu and you can add additional controllers very easily, and you can update and download things. For example, download additional themes or, to install different bezel projects. Let's go ahead and check out the other theme. Look how fast it changes themes here. It's just so impressive. That was real time right there. Already done. What was that, 2 seconds? So this club scene's kind of cool. It's missing some of the artwork though. Not a big deal. You'll see and it's a little clunkier, but look, it's got a little video there. You see you're missing screenshots and MSX, but then we get in here and we got some cool stuff here. And this is kind of interesting because it kind of reminds me of, I think there's a Hursty made the can. So this is somebody like combining a couple themes together. But I guess this Snake Rule guy is the guy that created it. And let's go into a collection here. Okay, pretty cool. Now, does this have video snaps? No videos. Well, DC Engine, 1941, counterattack. Okay, no video snaps. So let's go back to the main menu over here. So you got this wheel, a little bit of lag there, actually, with this one, now that I'm playing with it a little more. So let's go back to the other theme, which comes pre-installed. And let's go ahead and jump into this. What we're going to do in this video is we're going to, this is another one. This one's way more simple. Oh, it looks just like a Sega Genesis Classic. That's pretty cool. This is Sega Saturn, Nintendo 64, Dreamcast. Here's all your systems. That's really cool. It looks like the Sega Genesis Mini, or even like a Wii. All the different channels, kind of cool. But the carbon, it's just like a. So what we do want is next level. This is how when you boot it up for the first time, if you get this, I got this on Arcade Punks. It's just shy of around 210 gigabytes or so download, and then you need a 256 gigabyte SD card. And let's just go through the collections really quick. I want to show you some of the customization I did, and then I'll show you some gameplay. So as far as customization, the first thing I did was when you go into UI settings over here, the game lists are currently, this is set to always. Show folders always. The other thing that's set up that I changed is I turned off the background music. There's definitely some music here, so front end music. As you can see here, Kissing Goodbye just started. I don't want that though, so I'm gonna turn it back off. Okay, now kiss, I guess goodbye, right? And so the show folders, you'll see here, let's go into PlayStation, for example. Oh, it's not doing it here. Which ones have folders? There we go. So Amstrad has folders. These systems do not have folders. Atari ST has folders. And I could see this if it's a large collection, there's a lot of games. So you click into the folder and then I get all my C games. But Chase HQ, what a good game. Right, and then I go to E and there's all my E games. I can see doing this from how big of a collection this actually is, but I don't think it looks very good. And I would compromise looks here over product, not productivity, but efficiency, I guess. So what I did is I changed that. I think that's, so go over here to always and then go to never. And just a quick little reset. And then, yes, you have to scroll through a lot more games here, but it just looks so much cooler. You can jump systems by using your L2 and R2 buttons on your controller. Again, you can go back again, and then you have your master system list over here. But again, it doesn't show you everything. So I don't recommend. Manufacturer. It goes by manufacturer. So if I go to Atari, it goes to all the Ataris. Interesting. And then if you go to Microsoft, it goes to MS. Cool. Okay, so it gives you a way to kind of jump around even more. But let's start with A over here, or I guess just Atari. and then we'll go through. What I really like about this build, like I said, is how easy it is, and I do like that there is a okay, it does tell you how many games are in there. There is like a good performance in Batocera, both from the menu as well as in the game. Now, again, I overclocked a little bit under system settings. It should be set to none when you boot up, and then I set mine to the highest setting there to just play around with it, see if I did see any improvement performance. So Amstrad CPC got 3,852 games. Now, adding all these, this image has a ton of games. So the Amstrad GX4000, you don't see this a lot of places on images, so that's kind of cool. Atari, then there was 20 games or so. Atari 2600, you got 362 games. For the most part, you have box art for this. For this particular theme, you have box art as we go through. Atari 800, 348. But remember, you can change the theme. You can download others as well. But like this club theme, for example, you can go into Atari 800, and this one is more like a list. And some people might like this, and it just shows you a screenshot. So it's set up to show you a screenshot of the game. If you prefer that way of browsing your games, then you just change the theme. It's that easy. And then let's check Carbon really quick. If you like browsing, yeah, this is the one where you get the screenshots as well, but you don't get that master list on the left side. So these are all pre-installed, and then there is a way to get more over here at System Updates and Downloads. That you go to Themes, and I'm actually connected to the internet right now, so it's going to have all my themes here, and I could go ahead and just download any of these themes I want for free. So how cool is that? You get a preview and everything of what it might look like. You get the Star Wars, Zoid. And then there's other themes as well. There's a lot of themes out there that just aren't on this little GitHub that I'm looking at right now. You just have to go and transfer them manually. So I'm going to stick to the theme. I just want to make sure I do that early in the video to show you that this, I think, to me, I love this wheel and how fast it moves, but I'm not necessarily a fan of like this. Like this is a really slow way of getting through the games. You can search for games as well. I think it's like X. Yeah, you could filter a game. You could go, there's like you could add to favorites. This is the options menu. Oh, and you can, look how easy this is if you want to change the game ratio, the video mode, shaders. You could do that all from the main menu here. All I hit was Y on my controller. So Y on your controller goes to here, and Y again allows you to get to this screen here. So let's go back, and as we're talking about the games, but so Atari 5272. I'm actually gonna switch to. I just think it's easier for this video because most people are gonna want to see the game list. So I'm gonna go back to this club because it's easy to see. So we did Atari 800. We had a total of just 348 games. It tells you the amount of games in that bottom right underneath the video playing here. Oh, that's cool. It actually goes through different games. You guys watching this? That's cool. Atari ST, 408 games, 7,800, 57. Atari Lynx, 75. Sufami, 13. Wonder Swan, 127. Wonder Swan Color, 126. Coleco Vision, we got 140. Amiga CD, 51. Amiga 1200, or Amiga CD TV, that was that one. And then 167 on the 1200, and then Amiga CD 32 is the 114. Odyssey, you've got 87. Intellivision, you've got 140. Metrics, you got 23. MS-DOS, 35. Let's see the MS-DOS collection. Here you go. This is why I want to show you this theme, because it's just easy to see this list of games on the left side here. Wolfenstein 3D, XCOM. MSX, total of, let's see that number there, 755. Screenshots, what even is this? Okay, so this is where they store some of the screenshots. Maybe it's not even supposed to be there. It might have to be like a hidden folder that's just showing up all of a sudden. So PC Engine 264, PC Engine CD-ROM 23. A lot of people like to see the CD-based games because these are taking up a lot of the space. Super Graphics should be 5. Same 5. Game & Watch probably 55 or so, 59. Nintendo. So 789. And something I noticed is I think there's some hacked games on here. There's some games that are, I don't think they're like original releases. Maybe they're imports, but I saw some on here that I was like Baby Boomer. I don't see. I think that's a hack or a homebrew. Family Computer Disk System 275, Game Boy, you got 527, Super Nintendo. This is one I wouldn't mind watching. Let's see what we got in the Super Nintendo. Nice, Super Nintendo Street Racer, Super Yoshi's Island. Like, this is pretty cool just to hang out on the screen right here. And as you see, it's got 1,008 games. I don't see a Super Famicom folder, so I imagine Super Famicom is also bundled in here. And then also I saw some games that like I've never seen before. So I think there's like, for example, this. Oh, let's go back. Super Drop Zone. No, that's fine. So this one, Archie 2K's World. So there are going to be some hack games on here as well, which is cool. I welcome that. So Teleview 41, Virtual Boy 29 or so, 24. Nintendo 64, I don't think there's that many. Oh wow, $2.99. I guess I wasn't scrolling through, or maybe I hit favorites when I looked at it. Yeah, it's pretty much all the Nintendo 64. So no reason to scroll through that. But I kind of want to hang out right here for a second. Let's see what we got here. Nice, Super Mario World. That can has its own little pack on it. It's got a little graphics card pack. I think there's a couple of different add-ons you can put in that. You can put like the extra RAM or whatever, the graphics chip, and then wasn't there another add-on for that? Game Boy Color. We got 517. Game Boy Advanced, 1004. A lot. Pokemon Mini. Wow, you don't see that a lot. 44. Nintendo DS. 322 3DO, plays, you're going to get some, sound glitches here and there, but it plays good. 51. If your case, a lot of people probably want to see what kind of games are included on that. Is Road Rash included? Yes. And you might be wondering how they put so many games on this image. Open Beats of Rage. Only four. So there you go. Ports, let's see what's on here. Just a few. Mr. Doom. Solaris doesn't have artwork on this particular theme, but got those Zelda games. SG-1000, 80, Master System. You've got 264, Sega Mega Drive. There's going to be a lot, because again, there's going to be some hacks in here as well. Game Gear, you've got 257, Sega CD. You've got 52, Sega Saturn. And we're going to play this later. I was surprised at how well it performed. Still not great, but it was playable. Just probably not to a lot of people's standards, but it does play. Dreamcast, you got 29 games. So not a lot of Dreamcast. I mean, on a 256 gigabyte, you can't really fit a lot. There's a lot of PlayStation games coming up, though. 327 on Neo Geo. 87 Neo Geo CD, Neo Pocket Color. There's only 3 more collections left. 40 PlayStation. 194 PSP, you've got 21. Let's see what's on the PSP, and we'll see the PlayStation collection as well. If you want to see that, what's going on here. And a lot of this stuff runs great. It runs just fine. I mean, PlayStation, right, it's kind of to be expected, but there's some duplicates here. Okay, that makes sense. So a lot of these CD-based games, that have multiple CDs, you're going to see some duplicates. So I might minus about 10% of these games. I think it was 177 or so, so probably like around 150 PlayStation games in total. All the Tony Hawks, all the Twisted Metals. Cool. So around I would say 160 or so PlayStation, and then the PSP, and there you have it. So let's play some games, and let me share my final thoughts on this. All right, what am I going to give this one? I'm going to give it an A-. I really like it. I mean, it is missing arcades. That's kind of interesting to me that there wasn't any. There's Neo Geo, but there wasn't a MAME or a CPS 1, 2, and 3. So that's kind of a big deal. Maybe even get a B+. But if you're looking for a console, especially this one is kind of focusing on your older, your 60s, 70s, 80s consoles. It's not really focused on the newer stuff. Now, there are arcade classics, but it is kind of purpose-built in that regard. I like that it has a lot of support on it. He, this is reversion 2, so it's not just like he threw out an image and that's it. He's improving on it. Huge collections, a lot of games. That's something going for it. And it looks really pretty. And I'm a huge fan of Batocera. I like to get a pre-built Batocera image. Like I said, I recommend it to a lot of newbies because it's so easy to use. And as far as what he fixed, just reading his notes here. He's fixed the Wi-Fi. He's had some Bluetooth support for those having issues. There's a bonus. There's a comic folder. So if you guys like comics, you can go ahead and SSH into the Pi, and there's some comics waiting for you. That's pretty cool. It comes pre-zipped, Pi shrunk, and it's ready for most images. Somebody wrote, "What a waste of time. It didn't work." Yeah, it works. I did it myself. You download it. The version 2 works. I think version 1 people had issues with it. This new version 2 people work just fine. Overall, I liked it. Do note that, I make these videos to see what you're getting into. So I boot it up. I save you the time downloading it, and you could just, have a look for yourself. Now, as far as Sega Saturn performance here, honestly, I was having fun playing this game. I know a lot of you purists out there are going to say this is total garbage. And if that's the case, just don't play Sega Saturn or delete it and replace it with something else. And these videos are already long, so, PlayStation's already working really well. PSP is good. And a lot of it has to do with what resolution you're running. You noticed that I played Nintendo 64 earlier. And if you overclock or if you lower the res, it's always a good way to get a little more performance. And then kind of play with that a little bit, maybe up the res a little bit and get better looking, and while not still lagging. So keep that in mind. So that's what I think about this one. I enjoyed reviewing this one. I thought it was a really cool build with some nice features and add-ons. Definitely a couple things kind of weird that I didn't like personally, taste-wise. But, for what I don't like, some people might love. And you saw how easy it was for me to turn off the music and change the theme and turn off the folders. So that customization or that difference is easy to do. What's not necessarily easy to do is to find a main pack and a good ROM pack and get it all set up. So that might be kind of a deal breaker for some people. Anyways, that's it. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you